Today, I'd like to talk about dating and ageism. Is our life in the dating world after you've reached a certain age? And what does society think when people that are said to be quote unquote over the hill in dating? Is it even worth trying after you've reached a certain age? In the media, we see cougars, and those are women that are defined as an older individual, older woman seeking out a considerably younger man. And in the media, you don't necessarily see a cougar as a negative image, but instead a woman just looking to have some fun. Then we see the older men going after younger women, and he is seen as an old perv or an old geezer looking to have some fun. No matter how we see it, we have to ask ourselves whether or not older individuals are deserving to find love even after the age of 50 or even after the age of 65. And it seems selfish to say anything other than yes. Whether it be for friendship or a lifelong commitment, everyone has a yearning for companionship. And 9 times out of 10, older people have been there, done that when it comes to relationships and marriage. According to agingstats.gov, in 2010, 15.8% of the population that was between the ages of 65 and 74 were widowed, and 13.1% of the population was divorced. The number of widowed individuals increased to 36.5%, while the number of divorced decreased to 7.1% for those that were ages 75 to 84. Is there life after death or divorce for those people when it comes to relationships and dating? And if you take into account that our older generation has had children that have grown up and they've left the nest, they've had parents that passed away, friends that they've seen come and go, and many of them are even widowed at this point, life can become pretty lonely, and seemingly sufficient fix would be to fill that void, and that can be done by dating. In society nowadays, even though we might look at older people as not being able to date, there's a number of dating sites that help older people find a companion. You have Match.com, there's OurTime.com, OlderDating.com, and even AARP offer services that cater to members that are 50 and older, and they help them reach out into the dating scene and find people that are compatible and help them find companionship. Older doesn't necessarily mean that you're incapable. Older doesn't mean death. It simply means that you've lived longer than some. It means that you're more experienced at life than some, and you're entitled to still live life to your fullest. My mother, she found herself divorced at the age of 42. She still dated after divorce. She still continues to date, and she still continues to live her life. She's dated younger men. She's dated men that are equivalent in age. But the bottom line is that her dating life didn't stop just because she got older and just because she wasn't in her 20s anymore. After this week, I can see aging as more of a positive than a negative. People are discriminated against all the time for various reasons. However, we shouldn't let that define who we are. Ageism is just another form of discrimination, and the perception of our older generation will not change until our younger generations learn to appreciate the abilities and knowledge of the older population. As long as our older population continues to defy the odds by becoming more healthy, more social, and more educated, it's inevitable that our older population will make an even bigger footprint on our society. I hope you enjoyed my post today. A little bit more comfortable than I was the last time, and hopefully they'll get better. Thanks for listening.